Good morning, my kings, queens, and trolls of YouTube. This is your girl, Queen C, and I'm telling you, I was struggling to get a damn video done this week. All types of problems, but here I am. I was not going to let nothing stop me today. Let's talk about some stuff. You know, I support marriage, relationships, and engagements. I love that kind of stuff. So I want to talk to you guys about a post that I seen. You know, we got to let go of this single mentality. When you're in a relationship, marriage, and engagement, you got to say farewell to that single mentality, because people are entering into these marriages and relationships and stuff still holding on to that mentality, and that single mentality will have you messed the hell up. Anyway, so a woman shares this post, and basically, in a nutshell, a co-worker who works with a husband and wife in the same building basically went away on vacation. She works closely with the husband. When she went away on vacation and came back, she brought him a t-shirt as a souvenir from her vacation. The wife didn't like it. She addressed this woman, and the woman felt like the wife didn't have any business addressing her, and the person that shared this post felt the same way. So she wanted to know what other people thought. Now, I know you guys are gonna be like, okay, Queen C, what's going on? It's just a t-shirt. Yeah, it's just a t-shirt, but it's not the item, it's actually the actions behind the item. Now, up until, I read the comments, I always thought it was wrong for, the opposite sex to give personalized gifts to people that are in long-term relationships and married and stuff like that. Random gifts. I'm not talking about birthdays and, because you could be friends and all that kind of stuff, and he could be a friend of you and your husband or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just random, personal gifts. So anyway, reading them comments really put it in perspective for me. So after this video, I want you guys to consider, if you haven't already, sit down with your significant other and talk about managing the opposite sex. Because I'm telling you right now, being in a marriage, relationship, and engagement, you are supposed to be working towards, building this up to be healthy and successful for long term. And that's part of that is becoming one with the person that you're with. So if they have a problem, you have a problem, and you have to guard your relationship from the opposite sex. You have to set up boundaries, and you have to honor your spouse, meaning, you don't do anything that will belittle them to somebody else, and you don't let anybody do anything that's belittling to them. They have to respect your marriage, and you set the tone for how people view your marriage and respect your marriage and your relationship. If you show that you don't give a damn about it, or you're careless about it, other people will be more inclined to not care about it. Because let's face it, they already really don't care about it. Okay, they don't care about it. You give a person an inch and they will take a mile. Let's be for real. It's people out there, screwing other people's spouses. Plain and simple. You got women out there screwing other women's husbands, and they'll say, oh, I don't owe her nothing. That's between her and her husband. He the one that made the commitment to her, not me. She should be taking care of home, and then you got other men saying, oh, well, if he was putting it down at home, she wouldn't be coming to me. That's their problem, blah, blah, blah. No, that's terrible. That's a terrible way of thinking, but that's that single mentality thinking. It's common sense to people to respect other people's property, like their homes, their vehicles, and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, when it comes to marriages and engagements and relationships, common sense is long gone, and people don't feel as though they owe you respect. So I'm telling you right now, you set the tone for how people respect your relationship. Now, when I'm reading the comments, I'm seeing, fuck that bitch. You ain't gotta buy that bitch shit. You don't owe her nothing. She needs to get some friends. That bitch is petty. That bitch is jealous. That bitch needs to let her husband have a life. That bitch needs to let her husband have friends. Fuck her. You ain't gotta spend your money on her. That is what people are actually thinking. That is what that single mentality is. A lot of people, even married people, that's why they usually end up divorced. They're not willing to let go of that single thinking. It seems petty and it seems harmless to the single mind, but if you're married and you're mature, you understand that when you enter into that marriage and that relationship, you are to forsake all others. And I'm not talking about children, so please don't be like, Queen C, I'm not forsaking my babies. Queen C is not asking you to do that. That's something totally different. I'm talking about outside influences, like people who do disrespectful things knowing that you're married, like they try to encourage you to do things that you shouldn't be doing, or they're just being inappropriate. You know, you got to guard your marriage from that kind of stuff. You got to set boundaries. So you and your spouse, your significant other, you guys need to talk about setting boundaries for the opposite sex, because I'm sure a lot of people haven't. But this is important, and this is what helps you maintain a healthy, successful marriage. You know, you can't just be you can't show disregard for somebody's spouse. And because people's mentality is they don't give a fuck, your spouse is irrelevant, that's exactly what they'll do. Can you imagine somebody coming up to you and asking you how you doing, and you saying fine, but you know your wife is going through something, and they say to you, well, you know what, I really don't want to hear about your wife, that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't let somebody disrespect you like that by saying it in words, so don't let them be disrespectful by doing it in actions. There's no reason why this woman couldn't have bought back something that this man and his wife could use. And you know, we don't, everybody is different, so I can't say for sure what this woman harbored in her spirit. She may have not known any better, or she could just be a disrespectful bastard. I don't see how somebody could just know a person is married and bring a gift for that person and knowing that their wife is working right there. But you got some bitter Bettys that do stuff like that, hence the comments and the stuff that they were saying. So, you know, you have to be very, 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 very careful about what you accept from the opposite sex and what you allow them to do. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to respect your marriage like, you know, you should. But you need to make sure that they know you're not going to tolerate no bullshit. Because if your wife's not happy, you're not going to be happy. A happy wife means a happy life. And women, you know, you shouldn't do that on your husband either. I'm not just saying, you know, men are the only culprits and stuff like that. You know, women, you shouldn't be accepting, you know, gifts from the opposite sex, you know, letting men, you know, just give you stuff and all. That's not right either. That's not respectful. I had a friend, and he was my friend since I was 17 years old. He's almost like family to me because we share mutual relatives. And he's known me through dating. He's known me through getting married. He's known me through having my daughter. He's known me through dating again, having a daughter again, and getting married again. And every single time I was in a relationship, he actually worked in the Cayman Islands, and he would send us rum cakes. Oh my God, these rum cakes was the bomb.com. But we're not even gonna go there because I'm on a diet and I don't even want to think about it. But he would send something that we could use and benefit as a family from, to let us know that he was thinking of us. Now, of course, he was sending the gift because he knows me and he knew everybody through me. But still, he shows that he has respect and consideration for my relationship and my family. You know, if people are going to be doing things that, you know, don't benefit you properly, you shouldn't be accepting them. Because if you leave a door open for somebody to wreak havoc or cause strife in your relationship, then you got to deal with that when you go home. So, you know, when you get home and your wife is pissed off at you because you done accepted something from somebody that just basically said fuck her existence, you ain't gonna get your dinner, you ain't gonna get your cuddle time, you know, you're gonna be having these problems while this person is living their life carefree and not caring about what's going on in your household. And sometimes people do stuff like that to plant seeds of animosity between, you know, husbands and wives and significant others, because some people are just bitter ass people. So when I tell you, please listen, guard your relationship, honor your relationship, because people are not going to do that for you. The assumption that people respect marriage and that people respect relationships is out the door in 2016. Some of us with some good damn sense understand that and do respect relationships, but there's a whole trough of people that don't give a fuck. They don't care what happens to you in your relationship, you know, and because you don't know, you know, the meaning behind what everybody does, set up y'all's boundaries. Honor your spouse, your significant other, your fiance, and guard your relationship. Forsake all others. Anybody outside of that that's not coming with something that's going to benefit your relationship or something that's going to cause strife within your relationship, you got to make sure you filter those kind of things. You know who's for you and who's against you. You can tell by body language and tone. So that's all I have for today. You know, if you guys want to email me, queenkrishanda@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to me. I'm almost up to 800 subscribers. Yay! Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace from the Sea Hive, guys.